Yes, ready to go green. Gavin Isley in this one. Starting outside pole with Gabe Sear to his inside, firing away from the number 1 spot. Clayton Solovsky, a mini stock driver, currently looking like he's going to be firing off the inside of row 2 with the 0-1 of Shane Billings to his outside. The 39 starting right behind him. Trying to wait for the cameras to cycle through so we can finally figure out who's in that number. Oh, that would be Pete, starting with 39s outside with the 17, and Tommy Bailey firing from the outside of row number 4. Tommy showing a really good showing tonight so far, considering he wasn't here last night, but of course Tommy always good in whatever he's driving. Whether it's, like I said, it's comp 4 earlier. As the field starts to slowly roll away for their 2 pace laps for the heat race. Top 4 transfer. The rest go to the B main. As Gabe Sear, Isley, Solovsky, and Billings looking to stay in their position currently so they don't have to race through the B main and, of course, come away with a solid starting position. The 39 and the 15, I do believe, that is of Tyler Bushy. $17.44. Peak in the 72. This will round out Heat 2. As we are coming to white, pace truck will be pulling off this time. As he brings the field down the back straightaway for the final time before we turn him loose. Isley and Sear now in control of the field as the pace truck pulls off down into the pit area. Gabe Sear coming into the restart box, and we are green. Solovsky looks to the bottom of immediately off the start. Looks down onto the inside of Gabe Sear. Solovsky flips up the track just a little bit. Sear takes off, and Gavin Isley close behind. Solovsky currently still P3, battling with Shane Billings in that 0-1. Very, very talented drivers here in this field, as the leader doesn't seem to be checking out like Norm Oil did. Of course, Sear and Isley were regular runners of the Sportsman Series for Dirt Car here in the Northeast. Both very successful. Like I said, Gabe Sear, victorious at multiple tracks. So is Gavin Isley. Shane Billings, very, very experienced here in the iRacing. I do believe he has a little bit of vintage racing experience as well, as Clayton Solovsky currently in the final transfer spot with Tyler Bushy knocking on his back door. Sear slows just a little bit on the inside, but starts to take off going down the back straightaway as Solovsky all alone there in P4 with Tyler Bushy trailing. Tommy Bailey moving up to P6, Stanley Martin, Kyle Creasy in P8. The 17 working around as we are under caution here on lap 4 of 8 for the 39. Stanley Mutton having issues there on the outside line. Of course, Mutton brings it back into the pit area. I'm assuming for a reset if they're currently active. As your running order here at halfway, as we are working caution laps, Gabe Sear, Gavin Isley, Shane Billings, and Clayton Solovsky still in that transfer spot. Tyler Bushy looking on outside of the bubble, along with Michael Peake, Tommy Bailey, and Derek Damon, Kyle Creasy, and Stanley Mutton. Gabe Sear also showed really, really good strength last night. As we are at the halfway point, he, of course, was able to keep up with Norm Oil, as well as Wade Purchase, who had a very solid run in the first heat, finishing second to Norm Oil, who won the first ever Northeast iRacing League heat. Of course, unofficial, however, still counts. A win's a win, nonetheless. And I do believe we are one lap to green now. Lights on the pace truck are out. The field getting doubled up. As I said earlier, Gabriel Sear, Gavin Isley, Shane Billings, and Clayton Stolovsky all currently locked in transfer positions. As the pace truck leads him down the back straightaway, the driver's looking for the green flag this time by. Race controls looked over the lineup. We are good to go. Pace truck pulling off into the infield. Gabe Sear, Gavin Isley in control of the field as we are coming to green through the restart zone, and we are green. Clayton Solowski falling back into P4 there. Shane Billings slides into the number 3 spot. Noses down in on Gavin Isley. Gabe Sear currently running P1, checking out a little bit from the field. As Isley and Billings and Solowski are 3 cars under a blanket for that P2 position. Looking like Tyler Bushy looking to the inside there. As we are coming to the white flag now as the number X15 gets shoved down into the inside barrier there. I'm not sure what happened there. Tyler, of course, now unfortunately going to have to go through the D lane. Gabe Sear looking for the green here, or looking for the checkered flag with Gavin Isley and Clayton Stolovsky in P3. Shane Billings fighting, hanging on tooth and nail for that P4 transfer position as they stay in that same order. Gabe Sear winning heat number 2, Gavin Isley second, Stolovsky third, and Shane Billings fourth. They will all transfer into the A main. Congrats to Gabe Sear. Also tonight I am going to do my best to figure out doing top 3 interviews. We are going to be moving into the feature here in a little while. Congrats to Norm Oil and Sear. Looking like the official lineup for the